Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. In the last episode, we were exploring the crime scene, although to be fair, there really isn't much of a crime scene left. We had to break the tank to get Ryoma's body out. However, there are still some things that we can look at. Hello. Is there anything suspicious about this curtain?
Hey!
It's been bothering me. What was that curtain for?
It
was in order to hide the water tank. When Himiko was performing her escape, this was closed to prevent us from seeing. Oh, so that's what it is. Then, is it some kind of clue? I don't believe so. I don't see anything suspicious about it. Okay, now what be this? There's a square pane of glass at the bottom of the water tank. It doesn't look like a broken piece. The other fragments are far more random than this. It's nearly impossible for the broken water tank to produce such a perfect square of glass. Then what exactly is this pane? Square glass pane has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. I would assume that this is how Himiko got out. Alright, that's all I wanted to see around the water tank, but what about the thing? What about this thing? Over here? Yeah.
Huh?
What is this?
That is...
It is the control panel for the stage lights. It allows you to raise and lower the baton. Ah, I see. Speaking of Kurumi, I should investigate the stage. I'm sure there's a clue there. You are the person I am most interested in speaking to, because here's the thing. Ryoma had to have been killed sometime last night. We know that he drowned. There is no indication that he drowned here. And the pool, you can only enter the water before nighttime. We were given the exact specifications of the pool. They would not do that if that was just surplus information. He had to have been drowned in the pool. That had to have been before nighttime, and we know that Kurumi was in the gym. The pool and the gym share a wall. She could have heard something, depending on when Ryoma was brought to the gym. I kind of think that Ryoma had to have been brought to the gym sometime during the night, because everyone arrived here first thing. If someone were moving the body in the morning, then you'd be cutting that really fine. You would be risking getting spotted. It would be better to do it at night. And I don't know when Kurumi left the gym. There is a chance that she could have seen the killer dragging the body. She could end up being our star witness. But on the other hand, if she claims, oh yeah, I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anything, I never left the room, this, that, and the other, if she's saying that, then I'm just saying that would be extremely suspicious.
Hey!
You were helping set up the show, right, Kurumi? Did you hear anything about the trick?
I do not agree.
No, I did not hear a word. Furthermore, my help consisted of sewing the banner and the curtains. So I do not know the details of her trick.
Well...
I see. No. How long were you here for? Did you leave the room at any point? Did you hear anything strange? Did you hear the sound of someone drowning next door? These are not the questions we should be asking, Shuichi. Shuichi, these are not the questions The thing that's giving me pause, I'm gonna be honest, I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing. I'm getting hung up on my theory that Kurumi is the mastermind. That's what's giving me pause. There has been a pattern with the masterminds. There has all... I know that Chiaki wasn't the mastermind, but she was the person who betrayed the party, in quotation marks. She was the one who knew more than she was letting on. That's why I'm lumping her in with Junko. There has always been this pattern with the masterminds. And Kurumi fits that pattern so well. I need to put that theory to the side. I need to put that theory to the side because it is clouding my judgment. It is actively clouding my judgment. I need to focus on this specific case. Something I will note in hindsight that was very suspicious. When I was editing the previous couple of episodes, when Gonta made his way up onto the stage, the only person who tried to stop him was Kurumi. Everyone else was like, oh my god, is Himiko okay? Is Himiko okay? Gonta was like, oh, I need to run up there. And Kurumi, Gonta? No! Like, she was telling him, don't do that, don't do that. That's extremely suspicious. Why would you be telling him not to go up onto the stage? If you were just concerned about Himiko, why would you be telling people, don't go up there, don't go up there? Also, Kurumi was the one in charge of cleaning up the mess from the tank. That would give her opportunity to mess with the crime scene and no one would notice. I just want to point out, Kurumi has behaved suspiciously. Until I get the answers to my questions. Like I said, did you leave the gym at any point? Did you hear anything? Did you see anything? Until I get those answered, I can't say for definite. But just based on the fact that she was in the proximity of when I believe Ryoma was killed, and she has been behaving suspiciously. Like I said, why tell Gonta not to go up on the stage? If you didn't know that anything was about to happen, if you had no idea that something was going to happen with the stage, why would you be telling him, don't go up on the stage? Why would you be trying to prevent him from doing that? Here's the thing. If Kurumi is the killer, she can't be the mastermind. Yes, I know that Mukuro was killed in the first chapter, but she was killed in the first chapter. You wouldn't kill off anyone important in chapters 2 through 5. That might not make any sense, but it's because people remember the first thing and the last. That's how the human memory works. It's why whenever you see names on a billboard, people will fight to either be the first or last name. Being lumped in with the middle, it makes you forgettable. If you were going to kill off the mastermind, you kill them off in either the first or last chapter. You don't kill them off in one of the middle ones. If Kurumi is the killer, then my theory about her being the mastermind was completely incorrect. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this. Hello. There's a curtain covering it, but I believe there's a window on the other side. Okay, so this is the adjoining wall.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? You want to check that window out?
Okay.
Yeah, but...
Ah.
Oh, it's too high up to reach, huh? Yeah, it is pretty high. Even higher than the piranha tank. Higher than the piranha tank, so... Okay, so someone could have dropped in Ryoma's body through that window if they had a ladder that could reach. And again, Kurumi was responsible for the curtains and the banner. Kurumi was working up here. Higher than the piranha tank.
Yeah.
That's right, there was a ladder next to the stage. I'll go get it. Kaito quickly headed off to the stage. He returned carrying the ladder that was set up beside the stage over his shoulder.
Hey, so
But, you know, shouldn't the sidekick be the one bringing the ladder?
Thank you.
Yeah, I suppose so. Thank you. After setting up the ladder on top of the stage, I climbed up the rungs.
You can just barely reach the window with this. And if you open the curtain...
I'ma just grab that for posterity.
Oh, the window is open.
Yeah, okay. So we do have a way that the killer would have been able to get the body through without being seen. But again, I'm like, Karumi was responsible for the curtains. Karumi was responsible for the windows and curtains. How would she not notice this? How would she not notice this?
if the window's open, does that mean the culprit used it?
The culprit may have gone in and out through this window.
So what's on the other side of the window?
The pool.
I can't see much, but I think it's the pool.
A pool, huh? I heard we had one here somewhere. All right, let's check it out later. The culprit probably went through there.
Oh, wait. What is this?
What's up?
Nothing. It just looks like marks on the window frame.
The window frame has distinct abrasions, perhaps scratched by something. The handcuffs? The handcuffs were scratched. This might be related to the case. I should remember it. Marked window frame has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. I climbed down from the ladder to the stage.
Hey!
You done investigating the window? Then I'll go put the ladder back.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, Kaito.
Jeez.
Shouldn't the sidekick be doing this? He complained, but he still put the ladder back for me. Okay. Madam, I've got my eye on you. I've got my eye on you. When I stood on stage and looked up, the piranha tank was directly overhead. It was set up so that the bottom would open when the timer had reached 0. The bottom is open now, and the tank is empty. It doesn't look as though it has a lid. I can see the ceiling straight through, yeah. And only the front side is glass. The other sides are made of wood. So the piranha tank had no lid, and only the front was made of glass.
Hey, so...
Oh yeah, that tank was from Himiko's research lab.
Ah,
Hey Kaito, you helped carry supplies for the show, right?
got it.
Yeah, me, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. It was a lot of work. But I just helped carry it. I wonder how they hung it from here.
You know,
It was a heavy tank full of water and piranhas. It couldn't have been easy to lift.
That is.
It seems this is where the lighting batten for the gym is attached.
ah,
Ah, Kirumi.
It seems as if.
The control panel on the side of the stage allows you to raise and lower the batten. It seems they lowered the batten, attached the piranha tank to it, then raised it again. I never knew lighting battens were sturdy enough to lift a tank like that.
That is correct.
Since it was built to lift heavy objects, it is probably quite sturdy. Piranha tank has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. I've investigated everything I wanted to on the stage. We're all done here. Then let's go.
okay.
Yeah, okay. 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 Let's see.
how can this be?
God Gonta could have saved him. No, Gonta should have saved him.
What happened?
Gonta, what's wrong? When piranhas attack Ryoma, if Gonta had dived into tank, then Gonta could help Ryoma, but Gonta too scared to do anything.
Gonta, idiot!
Oh no! No, he was already dead. He was already dead. You couldn't have done anything. Sorry, Gonta, really sorry.
Come on, man.
You can shut the fuck up, okay? Men should apologize that easily. Everyone should be willing to apologize. Shut the fuck up. A man shouldn't apologize so easily. And even if you had jumped in, they just would have eaten you too.
That's true.
And from what I read in the Monokuma file, you couldn't have saved him anyway, Gonta.
Huh?
Uh-huh? Really? Does it say that in Monokuma file?
You know,
You haven't even read the Monokuma file yet?
Gonta not smart.
You're an entomologist! What do you mean you're not smart? No, Gonta not really understand it. Gonta not smart enough to be helped.
Dumbass.
Sir, you need to shut the fuck up before I swear to Jesus. I swear to Jesus, if this man does not back off. What are you talking about? If you've got time to apologize, you've got time to read the file. If you think you can't help, then work till you can. That's what you can do. That makes no fucking sense.
You're right.
That's right, Gonta, you're a huge help. There's some information that only you know after all.
Huh?
Information only Gonta know?
Remember,
During the show you went up on the stage? That was about 20 seconds before the piranhas dropped, right? Yeah, cause Gonta worry about Himiko. He can confirm whether Ryoma was in the tank before or after the piranhas dropped.
could it be...
Did you see inside the tank? Did you see Himiko or Ryoma?
No.
No, Gonta see no one in tank. Gonta kinda surprised. Aw, you can't do that. We're still in the middle of the show. But if Gonta do nothing, Himiko get eaten by piranhas. Huh?
But you know,
But when the piranhas were dropped and the curtains opened, Ryoma was in the tank, right? Yeah, that right.
so...
Then when did Ryoma get in there? You didn't see it happen?
Oh, Gonta see.
Oh, Gonta dunno. Everyone see Ryoma in tank when piranhas drop in. After that,
Sorry!
sorry, Gonta should have watched tank better.
Dumbass.
Shut the fuck up, I swear to God, I'm really not enjoying Kaito being here. I've gone beyond, oh, I'm amused, outraged, and I'm just like, I'm fucking pissed off by this man's presence at this point. I'm like, it's not even funny anymore. It's not even funny anymore. I'm just like, I hate this man. I hate him with a burning passion. Can he please piss off? Like I said, a man shouldn't apologize so easily. He's not right. He's not right. Yeah, you right.
You know,
But this is a problem. Now I'm even more stumped. How? Not only is this man annoying, he's a fucking idiot. The piranhas dropped in, and then suddenly Ryoma appeared. What do you think that means, Kaito? If this were anyone else, I wouldn't take this tone, but because it's someone I fucking hate, I'm just like... It's literally the most obvious answer. It's literally the most obvious answer. How are you this thick? But this is a problem. Now I'm even more stumped. Even if Himiko disappearing was part of the Underwater Escape Act, how did Ryoma get into the tank? Was that part of Himiko's trick? I'm positive that mystery will be an important point of this case. Gonta's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your monopad. That's a thought. The glass pane could have been in here. My original thought was that just because Ryoma's body was in here, obviously that's gonna smush up the fish. That's gonna smush up the fish. However, you could take a pane of glass, put it in, and then force all the piranhas on the front side, and then put Ryoma's body on t'other side. And then when it opens, the glass comes in, as does Ryoma. However, everyone's focused on the fish and the sudden appearance of the body. You might not see the glass coming down, and because there's water, it wouldn't shatter. It'd just fall. I'ma just keep that in my mind. That is one potential option.
Hey!
I'm glad Himiko made this game more difficult. Now I won't be nearly as bored.
All right!
Time to work hard to solve this mystery. Get ready, culprit, cause here I come!
Like I thought.
If Himiko doesn't tell us how the trick works, we won't know how Ryoma was killed, right? But with the way she is, how do we convince her?
Could it be?
Oh, what if Ryoma was a former apprentice of Himiko's master and vowed revenge on him? And he murdered a lookalike of himself in order to sabotage her show?
Yeah.
Or something like that. It's happened before, probably. Yeah, no, I don't. I think you're complicating things here a bit, love.
Hey!
Hey, Flemward, there's something I need you to tell me. That's not a very polite way to ask someone for something.
You know,
It's got nothing to do with the incident, but I heard Gonta captured you guys last night. What the hell was that all about? I was running around, so I got no clue what happened.
Got it.
Oh yeah, tell me too. I was also running, so I still don't know what went on. How did Mew escape from Gonta? She's not strong enough to fight him. I assumed she was using a vibrator. I assume that's what she was doing, that Gonta walked in and was like, oh my god, and then he left.
why you?
Chop chop, you slimy shit. Well, I suppose you could say that Gonta was tricked into kidnapping us. The first ones to get captured were Kibo, Kyo, Samugi, Tenko, and I. Himiko and Angie were brought in later.
Huh?
From the gym, right?
Okay.
Exactly, and Kokichi left the room after, around 9 PM. So they must have been brought in about 5 minutes before that.
If I remember correctly,
We were all forced to participate in Gonta's insect meet and greet. We were freed about an hour into nighttime, around 11 PM.
I see.
So, from 9 PM to 11 PM, everyone there had an alibi. And then those people without an alibi are me, Karumi, Maki, and Ryoma. And Mew? See, you've learned what an alibi is, thanks to the previous incident. But what the fuck is this insect meet and greet bullshit?
why?
By the way, Mew, how are you able to get away from Gonta?
What?
Well... I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that, vibrator. Secret woman weapon, vibrator.
Huh?
Secret woman weapon?
Wait!
Hey, what's a secret woman weapon? I will just accept that. Is she trying to laugh it off?
Come on, man.
Shuichi, let's just leave her be. Listening to her will just tire you out. Funny, I get that way when I have to listen to you.
You're right.
You're probably right. Perhaps it's better to get the truth out of her at the class trial. Insect meet and greet has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. And Angie. That's right. We need to ask Angie about the stage.
Angie!
Hey, Angie, I wanted to ask you some questions about the stage. Yep, I was in charge of all the art. I even built and painted the stage.
Then
Do you know anything about Himiko's trick? How it worked, perhaps?
No?
No, I don't know the trick. Himiko only said it was magic. I see. I suppose she didn't tell Angie the secret either. By the way, you asked other people to help you with the preparations, right?
Yep.
Yep, we started the prep work yesterday. Lots of people helped out. Like when we were moving the heavy tank and the stairs from Himiko's research lab.
Yeah.
Me and Kibo helped with that. The tank had a pulley, but because it was so huge, it was still a lot of work.
Right.
And I asked Kurumi to sew the curtains because I hate sewing.
Thanks, B2 Atua.
So basically, it's all thanks to Atua that the show was a success.
Ah.
No, it's because of all of us. Was it really a success? By the way, were the piranhas your idea?
Because
On its own, the Underwater Escape Act is no different from a normal magic show.
so divine.
I thought it would make the show more exciting and divine if we used piranhas.
Atua has spoken.
That's what Atua told me. So Atua gives you that kind of advice too, does he? Crack'll do that. Crack will give you some crazy ideas. And about the piranha tank and the timer, those are from Himiko's lab, correct?
Of course.
Yep. According to the piranha tank's manual, it's synced up with the timer. When the timer goes off, the bottom of the piranha tank will open automatically. I see. That means that most of the equipment came from Himiko's lab.
And then?
And right when we finished the prep work and were about to take a break, Gonta captured us, so we couldn't rehearse at all.
Jeez.
When Gonta let us go, it was already nighttime, so we couldn't go back to the gym. Is the gym locked? That's a question. Is the gym locked during nighttime? In which case... If the gym is locked during nighttime... Really, that only leaves Kurumi. I would assume that all of the buildings are locked. Not like the main, thing of the school. You can wander the corridors, but if like the gym and the pool are locked during nighttime, then that means it has to have been done before nighttime. Kurumi was in here at that time. If someone pulled back the curtains and dumped a body in there, Kurumi would be like, hey, what are you doing? The fuck is that? She'd be there right now going like, it was Mew. It was Mew. She murdered Ryoma with her vibrator and then she dumped him. She dumped him in the thing. She cracked him over the skull with a vibrator and tossed him in the pool. And then she dumped him in the piranha tank like it was all Mew. Like, if that, Kurumi would have seen. Karumi would have seen, but she's not speaking up. Karumi! God damn it! I was gonna speak to her next. Fuck! If the main rooms / buildings are locked, if you can't get into them during nighttime, then that means this all must have happened beforehand. Karumi was in here, she would have seen something, and she's not speaking up. Karumi! Well, there goes my theory on the mastermind. Samugi, you were my second choice. You're up now. You're now the mastermind. Oh, it's all a bunch of bollocks. I'm sorry. I'm just... Legit, I said if you go back to the start of this chapter, I said I was going to speak to Ryoma, and then the next person I was going to speak to was Karumi. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I'm jinxing them. I'm jinxing them. I don't want to do free time anymore. I don't want to do free time anymore. I'm jinxing stuff. Oh, Lord. When Gonta let us go, it was already nighttime, so we couldn't go back to the gym.
You know...
Oh yeah, you can't enter the gym at nighttime.
Yup.
So we decided to come to the gym today before the morning announcement.
Thank you.
Himiko and I were waiting for the gym to open. Oh, I was so relieved the set was intact. So no one could have snuck into the gym before those two got there.
Ah.
What's up, Shuichi? Are you worried because of this confusing incident?
But...
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Huh?
What?
Atua has spoken.
Atua has spoken. You have nothing to worry about.
Huh?
Nothing to worry about?
No.
Nothing can escape Atua's sight, not even the culprit. Nyahaha! Atua is truly a divine force to be reckoned with. Angie is starting to sound more and more creepy. You only just got that? Shuichi, you only just got that? This bitch has been creeping me out from day one. Shuichi, I am surprised at you.
Yeah, my magic was supposed to make everyone smile.
Himiko!
Don't worry, everyone is smiling. I don't think any of us can smile right now. Himiko, if it's alright, are you ready to talk about your underwater escape trick? We need to understand how your trick works if we're going to solve this mystery.
What are you saying?
There's no trick to my underwater escape act. It was magic.
Come on, man.
You're still saying that? Do you understand the situation we're in?
Stop it.
No matter how much you guys threaten me, my answer won't change. It was magic.
Huh?
But
I'll protect you!
Okay, your time's up. The Q&A session is now over. Unless you want to feel the full volcanic wrath of my Neo Akito.
Jeez.
Man, this guard is more strict than the security at idol events. And hello there, you three.
hey, degenerate male!
If Himiko says it's magic, then it's magic. Got it? I'll use my Neo Akito to obliterate any degenerate male who bullies Himiko. But if we don't understand the magic trick, how can we possibly survive the trial? Although there are many unknown variables, the first thing we need to make clear is... when was Ryoma murdered? Well, in the middle of the show, obviously. The culprit knew how Himiko's trick worked and took advantage of it to kill Ryoma.
Huh.
In other words, everyone watching the show isn't suspicious. No. No, this was done way before the show.
But
Kaito, you didn't attend the show either, did you?
Well, that's...
No, but I'm still not suspicious. I forgot a promise, so I was just eating breakfast.
Of course!
You got it? I'm not suspicious.
oh dear.
I do not understand how that explanation is supposed to convince me. Kibo does have a point. I wish it was you. I wish it was you. Why can't it be you? Why can't it be you? I'm so miffed.
However,
I never would have imagined such a cruel murder happening at such a fun show. Why did the culprit commit such a barbaric act? I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep doing that. I don't care. It makes me smile. Did they wish to see us panic?
no.
I don't think that was the sole motivation. There was some other reason for it. And that reason must be related to Himiko's magic show somehow.
I see.
So that means the culprit knew of Himiko's trick and made use of it, yes. If that's true, did Himiko tell someone? Someone who thinks the trick is actual magic?
Well then,
Since the show was used, we must investigate the trick as well. Kyo murmured almost to himself, then walked to the back of the stage. Is there anything to investigate backstage?
let's
Let's follow him. We should investigate the entire area anyway. We followed Kyo backstage. Hello. Hello, hello. This is a pretty long rope. What was this used for? I estimate it is roughly 65 feet in length. Of course you know how long the rope is just by looking at it. You must be very experienced with rope. I'm telling you, he just one look 65 feet. I couldn't do that.
Huh?
You can tell just by looking at it?
But of course.
I was joking! I was joking! The game is confirming my jokes! I'm having a moment! Okay. I am well versed in ropes. I once visited a village where their use was commonplace. When it was time for me to leave, the women of the village all begged me to stay. How old are you? How old are you, sir? I thought you were a teenager. He's like 28. He's like 28, 29, 30. He just looks young. Like, how old are you, Kyo? I find that deeply disturbing, but I have to focus on this investigation. That is an investigation for another day. What happened at this village? What happened at this village? What rope tricks does Kyo know? That is another investigation. For right now, let's focus on Ryoma. Anyway, what is this rope? Could this be related to the case? What? There's a puddle behind the staircase. This isn't a puddle from when we broke the tank. The floor around it is completely dry. Perhaps someone who was wet was here? Doing something?
That's true.
Changing wet clothes?
But
But how would you get from the water tank to this space behind the staircase?
could it be...
This may be a vital clue for understanding the underwater escape trick. Wet staircase has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. The fact that the students are so focused on, oh, there must be a connection. There must be a connection. It is vital to understand how Himiko pulled off her trick, to understand how Ryoma ended up in the tank. And they're so focused on that they're ignoring the obvious answer. He was in the tank with the piranhas. When that opened up, he got dunked into the tank. I'm pretty sure, no, I'm not even pretty sure. I am convinced Ryoma was in the tank, that glass pane was keeping the piranhas and his body separate, and then when the timer went off, it all got dunked into the tank. It's the obvious answer, but everyone is so focused on the idea of ooh, there's a magic trick, we need to solve the magic trick. They're ignoring the obvious. You know, I think this is one of my, favorite investigations, because I'm having to do something that I haven't done since the first game. I'm having to interpret clues as they are presented to me. With the second game, and a bit with the first game, because the protagonist was so involved in the setup of the crime, you could store up a bunch of clues, and because again the game would focus on two people, one of them died, therefore the other must be the blackened, you could then use hindsight of okay, I know that this person is the blackened, and I have all of these prior clues, so how do I slot them into place? But with this case, because Shuichi was off doing a completely separate thing, we haven't seen the setup. We have seen no clues. We are being presented with them for the first time right here and now. And I love that. I love having to interpret on the fly rather than having to look back and go, okay, so we got told X, Y, and Z plus this person as the blackened equals the solution. You don't even need to look at the crime scene. You can just from everything that's been set up before, you can just pretty much go, bam, there we go, it's done. You can't do that for this crime. Shuichi was at the insect meet and greet. He hasn't seen any of this, and so we haven't seen the player. We have not seen any of this. I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. This staircase goes up to the top of the stage. Inspecting it closely, I can see that some places on the side are wet. That might have something to do with the puddle next to it. There's nothing strange about it from behind, other than the large size. It's a normal tank.
I see.
All sides of the tank seem to be made of a special type of glass. I see no hidden doors. Very mysterious. How, I wonder, did Himiko escape from the tank?
That's right.
Well, if we figured it out easily, it wouldn't be a magic trick.
However,
I believe that if we figure out the route Himiko took, we will discover how Ryoma got in there. Not really? I'm pretty sure that Ryoma was in the tank that got dumped in. They're so focused on the magic trick that they're discarding the obvious. Ryoma entered the water with the piranhas. It's so obvious that it's being completely overlooked. I believe that if we figure out the route Himiko took, we will discover how Ryoma got in there. That is true. There is a high probability that they used the same route. To reveal how Ryoma got into the tank, I need to reveal how Himiko managed to get out of it. I've investigated just about everything to do with the stage, but I still don't know how the trick was performed.
Hey, so...
Hey, how long are you gonna investigate here? We still gotta find the culprit, you know. Come on, let's go.
Kaito!
Wait, Kaito! I believe we've investigated everything we need to for now. Well, our investigation's over now. So who's the culprit?
No.
I can't say for certain yet. There are other places I need to investigate.
Come on, man.
What? You still don't know? I never thought detective work would be such work. So, where else do we gotta investigate?
That's...
First, the pool next to the gym. They're connected by the window above the stage, so that needs to be looked at.
that's true.
After that, I want to go to Ryoma's room and find out which motive video he had. There goes my timer. Then I want to investigate the Ultimate Tennis Pros lab. I've deduced that the handcuffs we found in the water tank probably came from there. Is that everything?
Ah,
Last of all, to the Ultimate Magician's lab. I want to know more about Himiko's trick. If we go there, I'm sure there'll be some kind of clue. So, we've still got a lot to do then, huh? Good luck, Shuichi. After all, it's gonna be you doing all the heavy lifting here.
you're right.
Ah, right.
Don't screw around.
What do you mean, right? Are you saying I'm useless? Yes. Is there a right way to respond to that? Okay, and I am gonna bring this episode to a close right here in the next one. Plenty more places to visit, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.